Hello, this is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche. Got another great video today. We're going to be working on adding lures to your line. By doing this, will enable you to sit there and change up your fishing game. A lot of people want to go out and go fishing and sit back, relax, throw some bait out and not worry about it. Others want to be a little bit more engaged in throwing actual lures or sight casting for them, because there's a lot of times, you know it, I know it, I've seen it, you know, going out and seeing the shallow water and you'll see a fish off in the distance. We're like, man, I wish I can throw a bait and not spook him and be able to get to it. Well, throwing lures is a good way to accomplish that mission. So what we want to do is teach you a simple knot to add your lure to your line. Mind you, you got to also be very attentive to what kind of lures you are going to be throwing for the type of line you have on your reel. If you have real heavy test line, like the line that I normally use for showing all my knots here, this line is real heavy and I can't really throw this lure like that. However, if I use a smaller portion, I might be able to do that just so I can have a little more abrasion resistance. However, this is still super thick for this type of lure, especially for this weight class. This is like a 3/8 ounce. So what you do is you use your thinner lines like this, and see how more flexible the line is? And that way, still, if you're using your 8, 10, or 12 pound test, and you jump up to a 15 to 30 pound test, or even say 20, 25, you can still get the action that you're looking for. All right, guys, so let's get this started. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your line, go through your eyelet, and you're gonna pull it out. So again, your main line and your tag line, okay? Your tag line, what you're gonna do is you're gonna run it parallel to your main line, and you're gonna create a loop, okay? Right here on your loop, you're gonna take your tag line in through your loop 3 to 4 times. 1, 2, 3, I like 4. We'll go with 4. All right, so now there's my knot. I'm going to lubricate it, and I can close it down. I don't want to cinch it down. I just close it down to where you'll feel the pressure where it kind of stops you. At that point, I'm going to slide it back down this way toward my leader. Okay, and at that point is when I'll give the final pull on it, and as you see, it's tightened up, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on it, and it's not going anywhere. That is a simple knot to add your lures on. And then you'll take your clippers, cut it nice and close to there, and you're good to go. All right, let's try that one again. Make sure you get my piece of line out of there. All right, guys, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna send it in again. And now I've created my main line, my tag line. Your tag line is always the small piece that you're gonna cut off. You're gonna run them parallel. You're gonna bring your tag line around and make a loop. Right here is where you're gonna take your tag line around your loop on the inside 3 to 4 times. I say 3 to 4 times because there's certain people that, you know, have a tendency to go with the odd number. So go with 3. I always go with 4. 2, 3, and 4. And there you go. Now I'm going to cinch it down a little bit, lubricate it, send it back this way. You see how those loops have formed? Is because I just need to cinch it down a little bit more by pulling on my tag end. So I'm going to send it back over here, and see, you'll see it form nice and tight, just like that. That's what you want. If you see any kind of gaps in there, it's because your tag line hasn't been pulled enough, and you'll pull on that to soak it up. Okay. All right. So again, take your line through. Once you make it through, then it becomes your main line and your tag line. Grab your tag line, run it parallel to your main line, and you'll make a loop. Made my loop, got my main line, my tag line, and I'm going to take my tag through the loop I've created. 1, 2, and 3. We'll go with 3 for the guys that like to have the odd number. Here we go. This one's for you guys. Lubricate it, cinch it down, and you'll see it got tight there. Okay, I'm good to go. Now I'm going to send it back the other way. And there it is, nice and tight. And pay attention. See how there's no twisting of my line or distortion of my line there? That means that I had enough lubrication on there. what I want to do is I'm going to show you one without lubrication on there. That way you know that that's incorrect. So I'm going to send it through, because you can do everything right, but if you don't lubricate it, it's going to mess you up. You don't want to do that. Alright, so here we go. Make our loop with our tagline. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now I cinched it down over here, and I'm going to pull. And see how right there, that's right where I started the knot over here. As soon as I cinched it down, so basically my weak point is right there. It doesn't seem like much, but you can see where it distorts that little jump right there. Now, I'll give it a little bit more. Let's do it again. Take my tag line around. 1, 2. I did 3 on that one. Let me go 4. Let's see how that one looks. All right. So I got it all nice and tight there. I'm going to pull on my main line. And see, now you can see the horrible twist in the line. Earlier, when I undid my, see what I'm saying? When you start seeing distortion in your line, that's not good. That means it's already being weakened just slightly. Now granted, you got to remember, you're using very light lines, so if you're already weakening your line, that's what you don't want. Alright, so the proper way, again. Now I've created, okay. Now I've created my tag line, my main line. I'm going to take my tag line, make a loop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Lubricate my line. Got it nice and tight, and I'm going to pull. Oh, I did it right there. See? It's not good. Not good. Not good. Alright, so I got it through. See how the line's all nice and straight. Okay, just pay attention to that. We'll come back to that in just a second. 1, 2, 3, and one more for my 4, and 4. Okay. Okay, got it all nice and lubed. Bring it down, tighten it up, and there you go. See how it's nice and straight there? There you go, nice and straight. That's what you're going to be looking for. So remember, lubrication is your friend. You want to keep all your line lubricated, so that way when the line goes into the water, it doesn't distort the way your lure is supposed to act. Because I'm not really a big lure person. I'm going to learn from a lot of other guys that make a living using nothing but lures. Okay, so this can be a great addition to your fishing arsenal. Again, like I said, there's going to be the days where you can see the fish, but every time you throw a weight and it makes a big old splash, it spooks them off. So here's to knot tying 101 for your lure, and that same knot you'll use on your live bait. Once we complete this video right here of adding your snap swivel to your line, it can be used for both your snap swivel and your swivel alone. And granted, you'll see that I have your live bait and live bait here. These are different techniques and different knots that you can still use to do different things. Okay, and so this one will add in swivels right here. So it's now your snap swivel or your swivel that you can add onto your line, and then you can come back to this video to add your weight, and then you can come up here and add your loop ends to make your knots. So with these videos working together, you should be able to go out and buy some gear and know how to use it when you get to your fish. This could be something else that you can look into when you're ready for that jump. Again, this is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche. I hope you've enjoyed our video and our knowledge. And again, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our